Namaste and good morning everyone. Welcome from the Shunya Meditation Studio here in Balewadi. And this series is all about studying the sutras. And in the Saturday section, what we are going to study is the morning, as we did the Hindi Nikayas. So after the 8:30 a.m. show at in the morning 9 a.m. we have the English Nikayas. So we'll have our flow where we go to the practice, but always remember this practice which we do is that now our mind needs to first settle down and calm down, because if our mind is still wandering, then whatever we are trying to grasp on or put into ourselves or study these verses, if we are lost somewhere else, it will be very difficult for us to study it with full focus and full concentration, and whatever we are studying should be able to go into us completely when we study it. So let's move to our towards our practice.
Before starting practice, please sit comfortably, keep your back straight, and keep your hands relaxed in any mudra. Remember, one breath in and one breath out is one count. While reverse counting, gently focus on your natural breath. Do not force your breath. At the sound of the bell, begin your practice. Start.
Okay, let's go to the verses.
Before starting practice, please sit comfortably.
Connected discourses on the sixth sense basis, the third 50. 12th, the world and the kinds of sensual stimulation. SN 35.122, things prone to being fettered. Because I will teach you the Dhamma, that is Sanyojana, and Sanyojana itself, listen to this, fetter. Sanyojana is fetter. And what bhikkhus are the Dhamma, that is fetter, and what is the fetter? There are bhikkhus rupas, which is forms, cognizable by the eye, pleasant, agreeable, delightful, charming, connected with sensual pleasure and enticing. These are called the things that these are these are called the things that fetter. The desire and lust that arise regarding these, that is the fetter. There is taste cognizable by the tongue. There are mental objects cognizable by the mind. Pleasant, agreeable, delightful, charming, connected with sensual pleasure and enticing. These are these are called the things that fetter. The desire and lust that arise regarding these, that is the fetter. So in this one they are just telling, so first Buddha says that I am going to tell you what are the fetter. Then he tells that the eyes and the things which arise, which are cognizable by the eye, which arise, which is giving rise to the pleasant, agreeable in all the even the in the eyes, the tongue, the ears, to the skin, and even also the mind here, and the things which are the objects of these sensual the senses. Then here we have which are which causes that pleasant, agreeable thing, something which feels pleasant, something which you agree to, something which delights you, something which is charming, connected with sensual pleasure. Whatever is connected with pleasure will all you give will all give you these good feelings, and they are enticing. They will always entice you, because they are those good sensual pleasures which are enticing. So the desire and lust that arise regarding these, that is the fetter. So now once there is this eye and the objects and the tongue and its object, all those things, the senses and the objects, in those, when these are the which are cognizable, I mean which are cognized by these things, then you have what? Pleasant sensation, you have agreeable sensation, all these sensations which arise from the contact between the sense and the object. Then later on they say these are the things that are fetter. And when even that is once what is called fetter, and even then after, when you have desire arising regarding these things, when you have lust arising regarding these things, I mean that desire of again having that sensual pleasure which was there because of the eyes, the tongues and all of these things, that is considered as fetter. SN 35.123, things prone to fuel grasping. Because I will teach you the things that are clung to, and the upadana means clinging itself. Listen to this. And what bhikkhus are the things that are clung to, and what is the clinging? Now, first it was about the fetter. In this one, it is about the clinging. Here are bhikkhus forms cognizable by the eye, which are pleasant, agreeable, delightful, charming, connected with kama, which is sensual pleasure, and enticing. These are called the things that are clung to. The desire and lust that arise regarding these, that is the clinging. There is taste, cognizable, cognizable by the tongue. There are mental objects cognizable by the mind, pleasant, agreeable, delightful, charming, connected with sensual pleasure and enticing. These are called the things that are clung to. The desire and lust that arise regarding these things, these, that is the clinging. So first one we were told about the fetter. Then this one we have clinging coming in. So they are explaining, like, even the whole principle remains the thing, but from fetter it is now moving on to the clinging. Next sutra. The second chapter, the world and the strands of sensual pleasure, is completed. So the world which is there and the sensual pleasure, anything which pleases your senses is the sensual pleasure. Anything which is pleasing for my tongue, anything which is pleasing for my ear, anything which is pleasing for my skin, anything which pleases my any of the senses is the sensual pleasure. And where these senses find these things in the world. So the second chapter which was about it is completed. Summary here is given: two are said to be bound by Mara snare and by the sensual pleasures of the world, Sakka and Panya cha, Sikha as well. Shariputta and Rahula too, attachment and clinging. Thus, this section is spoken of. Okay. Now moving on to the next, SN 35.124 at Vesali. At one time, the Bhagava was dwelling at Vesali in the Mahavana, in the Kutagara Sala. Then Uga, the householder of Vesali, approached the Bhagava. Having approached, paid respects and sat to one place. Seated to one place, Uga, the Gahapat, householder of Vesali, said to the Bhagava, "What is the cause, Bhante? What is the reason why some beings here do not attain final emancipation in this very life?" Now here comes the question. The Uga is asking that why, what is the reason why some beings here do not attain. So he must have seen beings who do not attain in this very life. And what is the cause, Bhante? What is the reason why some beings here do not attain final emancipation in this very life? First, the reason. Then, what is being asked? What is the cause? What is the reason? And then again, what is the cause and the reason for some beings not to have attained the final emancipation in this very life? Consciousness becomes dependent on that. Now his consciousness is dependent. If that is not there, he then the consciousness will not be there, because his consciousness is dependent on that. It is the basis for grasping. That is why you'll grasp. Otherwise, remaining like an being in this world, and you remain unconsciously, who wants that, wandering here and then like that. So that is why you keep these points where you hold on to something, and then with grasping, continuing the consciousness, there is grasping onto things. With grasping, the bhikkhu does not attain final emancipation. I mean, he's still not free. He has not having that parinirvana or parinibbana, because he is grasping onto something. If that grasping is still there, then there is no final emancipation. This householder is the cause. So now it is also, they are also sharing what is the cause. This is the cause. This is the reason why some beings here do not attain final emancipation in this very life. But householder, there are forms cognizable by the eye that are pleasing, delightful, charming, agreeable, connected with sensual pleasure and enticing. If a bhikshu does not delight in them, does not welcome them, and does not cling to them, for him consciousness does not become dependent on them, and there is no clinging. A bhikkhu who does not cling, householder, attains final emancipation. See, now first they told that how, because the question was like that, so first it was answered. But there are some who also with this, I, they don't depend that if on something, like they it's not like you now don't have any pleasure or delight or anything that is agreeable or that you want in your life, but you should not hold on, like they are saying, they don't, like you are here, but like someone, a person who is right now like in the before lunchtime, they are working something, but suddenly then they're delighting in that food which they want to have at the lunchtime, and that grasping will not let them be there. So then what happens is that they are not conscious of this moment itself, they're conscious about that, and here they've lost consciousness. And that is why here someone who does not delight in them, I mean, it's not that the consciousness will not be there when you don't hold on to something or grasp, but it will be of the things that you are engaged in, it will be of the things that you are doing. So the here they are saying that the I, if he does not delight, if he does not welcome them, it does not mean he is now obstructing them, he will not let them come. Now he is not delighting in them, whatever he is always in delight with whatever it is there. He is welcoming all. That is why he is not differentiating between this and that, and this is what I want to delight in, this is what I want to welcome. He says whatever it is, I will welcome all. That is like the Heart Sutra says, come, come, let's all come, welcome, welcome all, and does not cling to them. He is now not clinging into those things. For him, the consciousness is not dependent. Now that limited consciousness has expanded, because it is not being limited to that something, and then there is no clinging. A bhikshu does not cling, householder attains for, now he is free. He is not binded by some of the any of the senses here. He is not being pulled to somewhere. He is free to go wherever he wants, or he is free to remain. I mean, it's not that he is going or coming as well. There are householder tastes again. Now continuing for all of the, like first it begins with the eye, but you have to apply to all the five and the six, the mind as well. Six senses. Taste is taste cognizable by the tongue. There are householder dhamma, mind objects cognizable by the mind, that are agreeable, likable, pleasing, dear in form, connected with sensual desire and enticing. If a bhikkhu does not delight in them, does not welcome them, does not remain attached to them, now he does not delight in them, does not welcome them, does not remain attached to them, then for him, not delighting, not welcoming, not remaining attached, consciousness does not become dependent on that. There is no basis for grasping. Without grasping, householder, the bhikkhu attains parinibbana. This Grahapati is the cause. This is the Dhamma. Why some beings here do not do attain parinibbana in this very life. So this was it. I think so we are on time as well. So again, we did a couple of sutras here, but a very important one. First started with what fetters are. Second one gave us the insight or the clarity on what clinging is, and then comes where how beings who are still delight, how there is the final emancipation is not happening for some, and how it is happening for some, what is the reason, what is the cause, and what makes it for them that they become free and just roam around freely. So now that was it for today's. Thank you so much for joining in for this live talk, and we hope to see you again at 10 a.m. for our Vimala Kirti Nirdeshi Sutra show, and with Dr. Lim and Dr. Rajesh Savera, and we'll be continuing our sessions till 11 a.m. From then, you have the Shangalun series, which is hosted by Seoul Shunya Open University of Learning. This also is under the Shunya Open University of Learning, and all of this is being done by the Foundation, Shunyati International Foundation. So thank you so much everyone for tuning in, and whoever is watching this. And the best part is that the one who's like we, the speakers who are there, they get to study with you all. So thank you for joining in for this study, and that was it. Namaste and bye bye.